So, the county shut us down. It's a beautiful July morning here in Maryland at the cornfield, but this year has not been nice to us with the actual corn. The heat has been really shriveling it up and just overall not letting it all grow. But I mean, we definitely do have a good amount of corn. They're all pollinating themselves, so we should have a good amount of corn still, even though half of them look dead. But it's not the only thing that's been kind of rough this year. This whole garden this year has been a little rough. I mean, the tomatoes are just starting to produce. We can start making salsa. But the most important thing is the cucumbers. It hasn't been the greatest year for any produce, but we're gonna try to make the best of it and make a crap ton of pickles, or at least as much as we can. Not all our pickles look the best. Like, some of them have a yellow stripe on them, but overall I think they'll be fine to pick for pickling, because it's pretty much the brine or the pickling that makes them taste like pickles. But some of them we are gonna need to throw out. But at least we can feed the livestock with those cucumbers. For the most part, all of our pickles are doing pretty good. We definitely have a lot more cucumbers than we did last year. That right there is about a little over double. And it's only the first batch, but we did have a lot of loss. All these cucumbers are bad, whether they have a big ground spot on them. They're either sunburnt too bad, or they're just overall very soft, and that's not good for pickling. But like I said earlier, we're just gonna use them to feed the animals, cut them up and throw them out there so that the animals can enjoy something a little bit different than just grain and grass and hay. I can definitely say I do love being on a farm in the morning. Ain't nothing like hanging out with your livestock, just enjoying the morning all on the farm. A lot of these can still be used, but they have some damage to them, so I just don't want to feed them to anybody like that. So just going to feed the livestock and keep them happy. And just like that, all those freshly picked cucumbers are turning into pickles. So apparently one of our neighbors is not too fond of us. While we were out here clearing the runoff waterway with Bobcat the other day, she decided to call the county on us. The county guy that came out looked what we did, took a few photos, and gave us a stop work order. Told us even though this whole area back here is our property, what I'm standing on right now is county property, because they own all waterways and wetlands. So even though this fence right here has been in this exact spot for 50 some years, we can no longer have our fence back here. Even though we've been paying taxes on this land for 50 some years, we can no longer use it. And the same with that 2.5 acres down there where the farm stand was going to be. That's classified with the county as wetland. So they also own it and tell us we can't use it. So we can't even clear our waterway nor put a fence across it because it's considered a blockage. The county is mad at us because we didn't pull a permit for making this waterway a little bit deeper so that our fields don't flood, and telling us that we cannot change the location or clear even this side of the property where it's just full of crap. They kind of caught us in the middle of doing our work, so we weren't even done. And we don't have a fence here anymore, so all of our grass is now getting overgrown, and our animals are starving up in that small paddock. They're not starving, it's just an exaggeration. They get hay and grain every day. It's just me trying to prove my point. But life goes on, and you gotta constantly keep moving forward. They told us we can't really do anything with this whole bottom side of the field, so that's basically 3 acres of land that we can no longer use. But we need to get our animals out of that small paddock. So it's just another $400 to buy a bunch of cattle panels to roll on this back side of the property so that we can let our animals out and they can actually feed on the grass that's overgrowing. We had to quickly put up these cattle panels here so that the animals can at least get to the barn. But there's still all this fresh grass on this whole field back here that they would love to be able to eat right now. So since they classify that property as a wetland, we can't even use our farm stand over there. So we have to find a new place for that as well. This truly does suck, but like I said, life moves forward. We'll find a new place for our farm stand, but hopefully we can get these animals out in this grass sooner than later. And if it's not the county knocking on our door, it's the police telling us our livestock is out. Because these two escape artists got out and ran all the way down the street the other day. You guys are bad. All that's keeping them in this field is just a small little electric fence, which they can easily push their way through with how big they are. But like I said, life goes on. This is only a small little hurdle in our path, so we'll get through it.